What's going on, everybody? Welcome to this special presentation of the Farzy Show as we celebrate this man and this contract, Jalen Hurts, well-deserved. Adam Schefter, moments ago, tweeting out the Eagles and Jalen Hurts reached an agreement on a 5-year, $255 million extension, including a $179.3 million of guaranteed money. Hurts becomes the highest paid player in NFL history in a deal negotiated by Nicole Lynn of Clutch Sports Group and Eagles general manager Howie Roseman. How about this? Coming out moments ago, of course, from Field Yates, highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL in new money average per year. Jalen Hurts, $51 million as the average annual salary, surpassing Aaron Rodgers, Kyler Murray, Deshaun Watson, thank goodness, and Patrick Mahomes. And how about that down there, Josh Allen at number 6. Here's what's interesting about that number for all the people that said last year, at the end of last year. When I say last year, I mean a year ago. Oh, 2 years ago. Oh, my goodness, you can't be better. You can't be better than Josh Allen. Jalen Hurts isn't Josh Allen. Stop comparing the numbers, although they were identical pretty much going into last season after their first year as a starting quarterback. And here we have them. Dollars-wise, playoff-wise, Super Bowl appearance-wise, in every way, shape, and form, surpassing the man he said they couldn't be in Josh Allen. But who cares about that at this point? That's all for another day. It is a day to celebrate. Today is a day to celebrate Jalen Hurts and what he has done for this Philadelphia Eagles franchise and how they have rewarded him. They put it out as well, confirming him, saying, we're keeping the Philly thing, keeping the main thing in Philly. Keeping the main thing, obviously. Agreeing to terms on the 5-year extension through the 2028 season. And how about this? According to a source for Adam Schefter, Jalen Hurts' 5-year contract extension also includes a no-trade clause, a first in Eagles history. This is incredible. $180 million guaranteed over 5 years with Jalen Hurts. A quarterback who's already made a Super Bowl appearance, a quarterback that's already an all-pro, been a Pro Bowler, and this guy is worth every penny. I said in the midst of last year, when he was going through his MVP caliber season, that this is a guy that you feel like you're always in it. And you win that Colts game with him when push came to shove in that fourth quarter. Your defense played great throughout that entire game against a not very good opponent, granted. But the bottom line was you couldn't get anything going in that game. In the fourth quarter, Jalen Hurts rose to the occasion and made things happen for this Eagles offense so they could get downfield and win that football game. A lot of things were hitting the fan in that Cardinals game earlier in the season. They ended up winning on that game-winning field goal. But when push came to shove in that fourth quarter, Jalen Hurts stepped up to the plate. Throughout the playoffs and throughout this regular season, Jalen Hurts has made things happen for this Philadelphia Eagles team. And this is incredible to think about. A year ago, we were all having the conversation, is Jalen Hurts the guy? Yeah, he's got talent, but is he the guy? There has never been a bigger exclamation point than this as to whether or not he's the guy. Whether or not you want to talk about a Super Bowl appearance, oh, that's an exclamation point. Sure, absolutely. But you want to talk about making it make sense in the dollars and cents avenue? Highest paid player ever? Oh, that's a pretty big exclamation point. And I think this is money well spent. I love this deal. I have zero doubt in my mind this is not going to hamstrung the Eagles when it comes to spending money. I know a lot of people, you think Jalen Hurts will take less money? He shouldn't take less. And I said, this is my prediction. I said he's going to sign a big deal. It's going to be around $50 million, and I think that's obvious. It's not breaking news to anyone. Here it is, average annual salary of $51 million. But here's what's going to happen. Much like the Patrick Mahomes deal, when everybody's eyeballs shot out of their heads when they saw it could be worth up to $503 million, here's what's going to happen, because Jalen Hurts, above all else, wants to win. If you need to restructure, you're going to be able to restructure. If you need to kick some money around, you got 5 years on this deal to do so. You have until 2028 in order to move money around. You want to move a little money back? You can move a little money back. There's going to be enough flexibility because the two main things are the main things here. One, Jalen Hurts, above all else, wants to win. And two, Howie Roseman, who was just rated the best GM in all of football. Those two guys are going to be able to work together to make sure money's available to sign other players. Now, how do you know that? Well, the number 3 thing is that they've signed players. They've brought back Brandon Graham. They've brought back Fletcher Cox. They've brought in other guys, kept guys like Darius Slay, and they've kept James Bradbury. They're going to continue to spend money. Jalen Hurts is going to be the guy, though, that makes it all work on the football field. It's the most important position in sports. He's the best man for the job. Not just here in Philadelphia, but you talk about comparing him with the other best in the sports, the greatest in the sport right now, like Patrick Mahomes went toe-to-toe with him in the Super Bowl. There is nobody more deserving of this title right now than what this guy just got in Jalen Hurts and $51 million in money in average annual salary. A year ago, was he the guy? Well, all he did was work his ass off. This isn't giving money to a player that you're like, man, I don't know about this. The guy, does he have enough of a work ethic? Is he good enough? I don't know anybody else that's checked boxes bigger than Jalen Hurts over the last 365 days. Jalen Hurts, through all the doubters, through all the people that say, I don't think so. I don't know if I really push come to shove. I don't think so. He's the guy. Emphatically. He worked his tail off last year. He came into this season and was playing like the best quarterback in the NFL. He was playing like an MVP candidate, and that's what he was. Losing out on only the guy that beat him in the Super Bowl. The guy that many others consider the best in the game, in Patrick Mahomes, because he is. When you talk about a guy that could be in that same sentence, I absolutely believe that's Jalen Hurts. You ask of your quarterback, always let us believe that you will be in a position to win the game at the end. Never let us believe that we're ever out of a football game as a fan base. And Jalen Hurts, I think, is that guy that inspires that kind of confidence in this city, and he absolutely inspires that kind of confidence when it comes to this football team in this locker room. You got guys like Jason Kelce coming back for another year as well, who signed a big one-year deal also. These guys are all coming back here to Philadelphia, yes, because they love playing in front of you, but also because they believe they can win. And the biggest reason you think you can win is because of Jalen Hurts. And I give a lot of credit to Howie Roseman for getting this deal done. And I'm going to go ahead and already give him preemptive credit for how this money is probably going to be moved around in the not too distant future for the sake and in the name of winning. And I think that you have the perfect combination here to do those things. You have a quarterback that is good enough, and you have a quarterback that is absolutely willing to sacrifice when it comes to making sure there is still money to be spread around when it comes to signing some big-time players here to help them win, to continue to win. So that last year isn't just some fluke. The thing that's interesting is when we look over other big contracts, really throughout the city, but let's start with the most comparable. You talk about a guy getting a lot of guaranteed money. You talk about a guy signing a $109 million deal in Carson Wentz just a couple of years ago. When you sign that contract, we had not seen him get back to the level that he was at the year the Eagles went to the Super Bowl. We had some questions about whether or not he was going to be good enough. And wouldn't you know it, the Eagles, I think, also, despite signing the big-time deal with Carson Wentz, decided, you know what? We're still going to draft a quarterback. And that quarterback in the second round, his name is going to be Jalen Hurts. Nobody saw this coming on that draft day. But when Carson Wentz signed that deal, there was still some question. Will he get back to where he was at the second year he was in the NFL, when he was an MVP candidate? Will he get back to that? We never saw him really get back to that. We saw a great stretch at the end of his last season here in Philadelphia. We saw a nice stretch. The one playoff appearance he made. It was the year before he left. And we watched that. Well, that was great. Everyone else around it was terrible. The offensive line was terrible. Everyone was terrible. But he helped elevate this team's play and actually made the playoffs. He had to bow out, unfortunately, because he had a little concussion issue. And we still had the questions. Can he be the guy? They signed him that huge deal, $109 million. And we were all still questioning it. We looked at other sports. Ben Simmons. He gets the guaranteed deal. He was never not going to sign the guaranteed rookie extension. And boy, did he sign it. And boy, did he make money. And boy, is he still making money. But when he signed that deal, we still said, well, can he really be the guy to evolve? Carson Wentz, I understand the questions. Ben Simmons, I certainly understood the questions. This deal and this money for Jalen Hurts, I'm putting it on record now. I have zero doubt about it. I have zero timidness about it. Not at all hesitant of Howie Roseman spending this money and saying this is a great signing. This is a great extension. We all knew it was happening. It was just a matter of when it was going to happen. This is a guy that I am willing to bet on. If there's a guy that you can bet on in Philadelphia, that guy is Jalen Hurts. I never bet against anybody, and this is why I had confidence in him going into the offseason a year ago. I don't bet against people that have talent and a phenomenal work ethic. And boy, does he have both those things. And any hater, especially the guy at the Super Bowl that wanted to tell him on media night, I had my doubts. So I really doubted you. And Jalen Hurts, and he says, Jalen Hurts, I'm sorry. And Jalen Hurts, cool. That's like, I love you. And someone going, thanks. Not really getting the I love you too or I forgive you response there. But Jalen Hurts rose above it all. He said the entire time he was above it all. He's going to keep the main thing. And that's what he has done. I can't think of a contract in Philadelphia in recent memory where someone signed it and I went, that is 1,000% the right move. In no way, shape, or form will this be a bad signing. In no way, shape, or form will this guy not earn this contract. And in no way, shape, or form will this guy not work his ass off to make sure that he obtains everything he's supposed to obtain with this contract. Not just fattening his bank account, not just fattening his wallet, but actually going out there and rewarding this franchise and rewarding this city. This is a great signing by the Eagles. They have everybody in the proper place to make sure that this contract bears fruit, not just for Jalen Hurts, but that entire team and this entire city. Howie Roseman, congratulations. Jalen Hurts, congratulations. This is nothing short of incredible. I'm a little surprised that they did exceed the average annual salary of $50 million. I thought it was going to be right around that $50 million mark, but when I saw 51, I thought, you know what? Maybe it does back down to about like 48 when you look at this these deals right here again. Maybe you are back down to that $48, $49 million range when it comes to Aaron Rodgers. Maybe you're a little closer to that 46.1 of Kyler Murray. And on this show, I've been talking about that all offseason, really. So for him to surpass the names on this list is nothing short of incredible. And man, has he earned it. We went into the last season asking the question about, the guy and whether or not he is going to be him and all that stuff. And boy, did he prove it this year. I look forward to seeing what else he could bring to Philadelphia. I'm very excited to see what Jalen Hurts can do here because he is an easy guy to root for. We ask everybody in Philadelphia to make sure they maximize on their potential. And if we feel like you're not maximizing on your potential, like we know how good you can be, why aren't you playing at that level every single night, every single Sunday, every single game, whatever the case may be? Jalen Hurts, I think, was summed up phenomenally well by Jeffrey Lurie earlier in this offseason. When Jeffrey Lurie, at his State of the Team press conference during the owners' meetings, when he was giving his press conference, he said that Jalen Hurts, the thing that blows him away, is the thing that puts him up there with the greats, which is he has a phenomenal dedication to being great. And that, I think, speaks volumes for the character of Jalen Hurts. And that's what the Eagles just signed. If you're going to bet on a guy, you want to bet on a guy that has that type of mentality. A phenomenal dedication to being great. Jalen Hurts is that guy. I don't think I've ever loved a signing more than this one. I mean, we've seen acquisitions. We've seen players sign here. Cliff Lee signing here. The place was incredible. The Phillies trading for Roy Halladay. That was incredible. But in terms of betting on somebody who is not as proven as some other guys, young guys in their careers, not proven commodities that have played 8-10 years somewhere else and then came here and we'll expect them to be great again. No, this is a homegrown investment in Philadelphia. This is a phenomenal signing by the Eagles. And I know a lot of people, what about the rest of the team? You're going to have money to go around. They'll figure it out. And I wholeheartedly believe that I know every athlete, they want to make sure they get their bag, right? Everyone wants to get their bag. Well, Jalen Hurts got his bag. The bag might be emptied a little bit and spread out as time goes on, but I believe he will be willing to do that. He'll be flexible with the Eagles in order to make sure talent stays here. And that's one thing that I think when you look at a contract like this with $180 million guaranteed, you have to keep in mind. The idea that Jalen Hurts is going to be willing to spread some money around. Not take less, but take some at another time. If it means the Eagles can go out there and continue to make acquisitions to make the offensive line stay as good as it's been, to make sure that the defense stays up to par. The Eagles, I think, have two very willing parties, both smart enough parties to make sure that these deals work out so that you consistently win. Because a lot of players can get paid. Let's look at this list one more time. A lot of guys can get paid. Let's see here. Aaron Rodgers, 1 Super Bowl. Kyler Murray, 0. Deshaun Watson, 0. Patrick Mahomes, I think we all know. Josh Allen, 0. Daniel Jones. Matthew Stafford, 1. Who's that last guy? Dak Prescott? I don't remember. What does he do? I don't remember. But anyway, it's not just about the money. He deserves it. But now it's about making sure that this contract bears fruit, not just for him, but for his entire team, for the franchise, and for the city. And if you're betting on somebody, I'm betting on Jalen Hurts, and that's what the Eagles are doing right now. I don't think I've ever backed a contract more than this one. You've seen other contracts signed in Philly. Ryan Howard, I don't know. There's not enough power. He's hit some power, but now he's running scoring position. Can he be clutch? Strikes out a lot. Jalen Hurts is the guy I'm betting on. Homegrown talent. Congratulations to him. Congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles on one hell of a signing with Jalen Hurts, making sure he's staying here in Philadelphia at least through the 2028 season. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat check here. Jeff, what's going on? Jeff, 5 years, $250 million and $170 million guaranteed. This is a team-friendly deal given the times. No problem for me. No problem whatsoever for me. Murphy Brown. Hello, Murphy Brown. Great name. Amen to you. Jalen Hurts, 5 years. Mark Saber is impressed. Mark Saber, good for you. Mr. Wing, 226 guaranteed. I don't know if that's guaranteed, but 179 million, 180 million is guaranteed. But if he plays the whole contract, yeah. 255, yeah, that's guaranteed. If he plays the whole contract. Eagles are in a great shape with this deal. I feared an 8 to 10 year deal. Jeff, that's part of the beauty of it. That's a great point. That this isn't one of them deals that you're throwing 10. This is it's still the NFL. You can love a player to pieces, but good Lord, that's dangerous in this world, in the NFL. Patrick Mahomes, but 5 is great. I agree. 110 at signing, 126 million next year. Ian Rappaport saying something different. What's Ian Rappaport? I haven't seen Ian Rappaport yet. While we're on the subject, we didn't get dressed up for nothing. Let me try to get you as much information as I can here. We wanted to jump on as soon as we could. Beep, bop, bop. What is your name? Rap Sheet? Yep, there you go. Alora. So Eagles have locked in 5-year, $255 million blockbuster extension. Yep. No trade clause, first in history. Says Ian Rappaport signed both of their faith in him, the franchise. Howie Roseman's committed to get a deal done. I concur. Ian Rappaport, Eagles, 250. Yeah. Same thing. From what I'm seeing, maybe Ian Rappaport's on TV right now talking. I don't know. But it's one hell of a deal. One hell of a contract. Tom Pelissero. The monster deal also includes $15 million in incentives, meaning Hurts can earn up to a record $54 million per year in new money and up to $274.3 million total through 2028. Holy pots and pans. I think that includes he's an MVP and Super Bowl winner every year. So, you know what? We'll take that. Go ahead and earn that money. Go ahead and earn that money. Please and thank you. Mr. Wing likes the deal. Collie, what's up, Collie? Go Birds. Mark Saber, go Eagles. Saitama. Jalen got the bag. Oh, he got the bag. Burby 777. Omar from Bermuda checking in saying, what's up? What's going on, brother? Nice to see you. Nice to have you. Congratulations to the Eagles. Congratulations to Jalen Hurts getting this deal done. My thanks, Jim Hyden, producing and doing a fantastic job jumping on to do this show at the drop of a hat. So go Birds. Great signing for the Eagles. Great to see Jalen Hurts all inked up and ready to go. Now let's go get this city a parade, fellas. See you guys tomorrow morning. Go Sixers in the meantime. See ya.